Hey, what are you doing? You can't serve this to our family. Before I could react, my mother-in-law flipped the platter of food, spilling everything onto the floor. Do you really expect anyone to eat this? Make it again, you useless. Unbelievable. But she made one big mistake. My name is Christina, and I'm a 42-year-old stay-at-home mom. I live with my husband, Peter, our 14-year-old daughter, Karen, and my mother-in-law. It's been only 2 years since we moved in with her, but I feel like I'm at my limit. She keeps criticizing me all the time. Christina, why isn't dinner ready yet? Sorry, I got home late from work. Work? You put work before family. If your job takes that much time, just quit. I can't do that. We need the money. You, shut up. If you're going to do housework, then don't work at all. But I couldn't quit. Karen is in 8th grade, and soon she'll take high school entrance exams. She'll need tutoring, club fees, school trips, and new supplies. And after high school, there's college. On top of that, I need to save for retirement. Yet my mother-in-law keeps telling me to quit, as if she's trying to make my life harder. She raised 2 kids. She should know how expensive it is. She was the one who asked us to move in after my father-in-law passed away. She told my husband she was lonely, and he felt bad for her. I never wanted to live with her, but I agreed for his sake. And now she complains about everything I do. And that's not even the worst of it. She does other frustrating things too. Hey Mom, did you eat my cream puff? Karen asked one day. Huh? No, but it's gone. Grandma, did you eat it? Cream puffs. I don't even like those, she snapped. Then who ate it? I don't know. Either you or your mother is lying. I'm not lying. I didn't even get to eat it. You're probably just pretending so you can get another one. I would never do that. Sure you wouldn't. Stop accusing me. You have no proof I ate it. Then she stormed off to the bathroom, yelling, "You're a terrible wife and mother." Karen and I just stared at each other in disbelief. The next day, after she left to meet a friend, I was cleaning the house. When I went into her room, I found something in her trash can, a cream puff wrapper. I was furious. After all her yelling, she was the one who ate it. I told Karen, and she was disgusted. She said she wouldn't spend any more time with her than necessary. I wish I could do the same, but my husband travels a lot for work, so I'm stuck dealing with her. That evening, I showed her the wrapper. Brenda, you were so mean to us, but you were the one who ate the cream puff. She exploded. I did note. You or Karen must have put that in my trash to frame me, and how dare you go into my room? I was too tired to argue. She kept ranting, but I decided to stop letting it bother me. I started thinking of her complaints like a dog barking in the distance, annoying but easy to ignore. And the funny thing, she seemed more frustrated that I wasn't reacting. If she hates me so much, why doesn't she just ask us to move out? She treats me like trash, but acts sweet to my brother-in-law's wife, Zara. I found out that Zara went to the same high school as my mother-in-law. On top of that, she graduated from a top university and even worked as a model. Because of this, whenever we go outside with her, people notice her and come up to talk. My mother-in-law is clearly proud of her. But honestly, Zara isn't even her real daughter. There's no reason for her to act like she deserves credit for Zara's success. I can't help but think she's only proud because she believes, since my son married such an amazing woman, that must mean I'm amazing too. One day, my brother-in-law and Zara came over for a visit. Zara, welcome, come in. You came all this way, my mother-in-law greeted her warmly. I brought some fancy sweets for you, Zara said, handing her a box. Oh my, these are my favorite. I'm so glad. Then my mother-in-law turned to me. Christina, hurry up and make some tea. All right, I muttered. That's how she treats me, like her personal maid. What's worse, she had even asked me to buy those same sweets for her the other day. Oh, you should stay for dinner too, my mother-in-law suddenly told Zara. Really? That would be lovely. Thank you. Just like that, she decided for us, even though I was the one who had to cook. I made 6 portions for my brother-in-law, Zara, my husband, my mother-in-law, my daughter, and myself. Zara kindly offered to help, but my mother-in-law immediately stopped her. Zara, you're a guest. You don't have to do that. Come sit and chat with me. So, in the end, I cooked everything alone. It was exhausting. I had enough. I finally decided to talk to my husband. Until now, I didn't want to bother him. I tried to be patient, but I couldn't live like this forever. My mother-in-law never stopped criticizing me, and I knew she never would. I told him everything. He was surprised and upset that I hadn't told him sooner, but he apologized for not noticing. Right away, he went to his mother and warned her to stop treating me like this. But it completely backfired. So you've been telling my son weird things. You think I'm berating you? You must be joking, she snapped. It's all Karen's fault. She and I aren't close. And you're the worst wife and daughter. If that wasn't berating, then what was? Clearly, my mother-in-law didn't care about common sense. Meanwhile, the day of our yearly memorial service was coming up. Things were tense between us. We barely spoke. But then, out of nowhere, she suddenly started talking to me. After the memorial service, some relatives were coming over for a meal. I need you to cook all the food, my mother-in-law ordered. What? We're not ordering food, I asked, surprised. No, I won't allow it. Don't even think about being lazy. You must make a proper home-cooked meal, she snapped before going to her room. Cooking for all our relatives was way too much work for one person. So I asked Zara, my brother-in-law's wife, if she could help. She happily agreed. With the two of us working together, we could just barely manage. On the morning of the memorial service, I was getting ingredients ready in the kitchen when my mother-in-law walked in. Well, I have some errands to run, so I'm heading out, she said casually. What? You're leaving now? I asked. Can't do anything about it. I'll be back before the service. Take care of the cooking for me, would you? And just like that, she walked out the door. She probably thought I would ask her for help, so she ran off to avoid it. But honestly, I was relieved she was gone. As if right on cue, Zara stepped into the kitchen. Christina, let's do this, she said cheerfully. She was not only beautiful but also kind, and she was fast. With her help, the food was ready in no time. We just had to add the final touches. My mother-in-law returned right before the service started. Oh my goodness, Zara, you're here, she said sweetly. Then she turned to me. Christina, you did make sure the food is ready, right? Her tone was completely different depending on who she was talking to. My husband had already warned her about this, but she didn't care. Once our relatives arrived, I felt like I could finally relax a little. I wouldn't have to deal with her as much. But then, suddenly, Hey, Christina, what is this? She shouted. I turned to look. You're serving this to my relatives. You should have made something better. I had a bad feeling. She picked up a large platter of food. Hey, what are you doing? I shouted. It would be rude to serve this to our family. And with that, she flipped the entire platter over, spilling all the food onto the floor. Hey, I screamed. You expect anyone to eat this? Hurry up and make it again, you useless piece off. I stared at her in shock. Was she even human? She was grinning as she cursed at me. This wasn't an accident. She did this on purpose. No matter how well I cooked, I realized then, she was always going to find a reason to ruin it. But my mother-in-law had made a big mistake. I didn't make that food, I said. What? She asked, looking confused. Then Zara, who had heard me shouting, rushed into the kitchen. Oh my God, my dish, she cried. My mother-in-law's eyes went wide. Zara made this dish, I said. That's. I thought you were cooking everything today, she stammered. I couldn't make food for all our relatives by myself, could I? That's why I asked Zara for help. We worked together to prepare it, and you just deliberately knocked it onto the floor. Zara gasped. Oh, Brenda, you did that on purpose. That's awful. Why would you do something so mean? Oh no, I just thought Christina had made it. My mother-in-law stuttered. So if Christina made it, you would have thrown it on the floor? Zara asked. At that moment, Peter, my husband, arrived. My brother-in-law, hearing the commotion, also came over. I warned you to stop bullying my wife, Peter said angrily. And you still did this. Mom, what's going on? My brother-in-law asked, frowning. You've been treating Christina like this? That's disgusting. No, you're misunderstanding. My mother-in-law protested. You thought I made the food, I said. But it was actually Zara's. And you threw it on the floor. What? Mom, is that true? My brother-in-law demanded. It was an accident. The platter just slipped from my hands. She tried to explain. But then my daughter stepped forward. I have proof that Granny did it on purpose. What? My mother-in-law gasped. My daughter pulled out her phone and played a video. On the screen, my mother-in-law was clearly shown yelling at me, picking up the platter, and dropping it on the floor. It was recorded perfectly. When did you record this? I asked. When Granny called you over, I had a bad feeling, my daughter replied. Mom, you can't talk your way out of this, my brother-in-law said. Everyone, Zara, my husband, my daughter, and my brother-in-law, stared at her. Her face turned pale. She hung her head. When this gathering is over, we're leaving, Peter said. After that, you can live on your own. Oh no, you're abandoning me, she cried. You brought this on yourself, Peter said firmly. Then Zara turned to her. Brenda, if you like, you can live with me. Absolutely not. I don't want to live with someone who throws food on the floor and treats others horribly. Zara snapped. And just like that, it was over. I'll let you and Zara be alone during the day, my mother-in-law said, trying to act like she was in control. But my husband shook his head. No. First, you're cleaning up the mess you made. We're starting the memorial service now. With that, we left her behind. When our relatives asked where she was, my daughter showed them the video. Everyone was shocked. Their expressions changed instantly. They all despised her. By the time my mother-in-law finally arrived, everyone gave her cold, silent stares. I think that's when she realized she had made a huge mistake. After the memorial service, she didn't come home. We ordered food delivery and made sure our older relatives had enough to eat. Without her there, the atmosphere was so much better. The next day, my mother-in-law returned home, dropped to her knees, and begged us for another chance. But there was no way we were going to let her stay. In the 2 years I had lived with her, she had never once been kind to me. I couldn't imagine how anyone could be so cruel for so long. My husband and daughter agreed. We ignored her pleas, packed our things, and moved out. My brother-in-law and Zara had already cut ties with her, blocking her on everything. We did the same. She was completely shut out, not just by us, but by all the relatives. No one invited her to family gatherings anymore. I have no idea what she's doing now. I assume she's living alone, lonely, and regretting everything. But that's her own fault. As for us, we're happy in our new home. My husband never doubted me, and I was grateful that he stood by my side. With him, I know we can handle anything. Together, we'll continue to support our daughter and create a joyful, loving home. People who deliberately ruin food and treat others badly deserve to be left behind. It's strange how my mother-in-law turned out like that when her 2 sons are kind and normal. Well, in the end, everyone abandoned her. And honestly, it felt good to see her face when she realized it. I hope Christina lives happily ever after with her wonderful husband and smart daughter. Thank you for reading. Please subscribe to our channel. I hope to see you in the next video.